Let's talk about some early waiver wire pickups. Let's start it off with Xavier Tillman Sr. The Grizzlies came out the other day and said that Steven Adams is going to have season-ending knee surgery. And in 38 games last year without Adams, Tillman had 9 points, 7 rebounds, about 2 assists, 1.3 steals, and nearly half a block. And he looks like he's set to have a lot of opportunity this year. With the Grizzlies already missing Brandon Clark, who tore his Achilles last year and is without a timetable to return, they're going to need all the help they can get in the front court. They're also without Ja Morant for the first 25 games. So Tillman has a great opportunity to continue to produce stats. In 34 minutes last night, he had 17 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and also had a block. He also chipped in a three-pointer. He wasn't as efficient as he usually is, shooting at 43% from the field, but he should likely improve on that. Like I mentioned last year, in those 38 games without Steven Adams, he shot at 62%, and I would imagine he'll be a lot closer to that moving forward. He's currently rostered in about 54% of leagues and should start a decent amount for the foreseeable future, so if you're in need of a center or a power forward, he's definitely someone to give a look at. Next up, Max Strus. Max Strus had a stellar Cleveland debut. He had a team-high 27 points, he also had 12 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. And he also went 7 for 13 from three-point land. These numbers are far better than any of his years in Miami. In his best season, he had about 11 points, 3 rebounds, 0.7 stocks, and 2 assists. This line may be a little bit of a reach in terms of what to expect moving forward, but starting next to Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell should provide good spacing and allow him to execute from deep. If you're looking for threes, he's definitely someone to target. Next up, Jaylen Johnson. Jaylen Johnson's only rostered in 30% of leagues, and I'm expecting him to take a big leap this year. In his first game, he had a career-high 21 points. He also had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, and made a three-pointer. He also didn't turn the ball over and shot at 69% from the field. There's no more John Collins in Atlanta, and I'm expecting him to soak up a lot of those minutes. It would not surprise me to see him overtake Saddiq Bey in the starting lineup eventually, but even if he doesn't, he's still set to play a lot of minutes this year. The Hawks just picked up his team option for 2024-2025, and he's going to be a heavy part of this rotation moving forward. He'll likely come off the bench to start the season, but he's a prime breakout candidate. Last year in 70 games, he only played about 15 minutes per game and averaged about 5.6 points and 4 rebounds. So he's due for some positive regression. Next up, Dereck Lively. Dereck Lively made his NBA debut yesterday, and he looked very poised for a rookie. He looked like he was equally matched with Victor Wembanyama, posting 16 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. He was also very efficient, going 7 for 8 from the field, and I think there's a very good chance he overtakes Maxi Kleber in the starting lineup pretty soon. Jason Kidd has already hinted that Lively is going to start at some point this season. He's only rostered in 44% of leagues, and there's a lot of upside here. In 20 minutes per game at Duke, he had about 2.5 blocks per game. And if you're in need of a center or have room at the end of your bench, he's definitely someone to consider. Lastly, Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart had a great debut. He double-doubled, getting 14 points, 14 rebounds. He also had 2 assists and made 2 three-pointers. And I think if he can keep it up, he has a great chance of cracking the top 100 this year. During his 3 years in Detroit, he's had about 9 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, a half a steal, and a block per game. And over the last couple years, we've seen him develop a three-point shot. Last year, he made about 1.3 per game. And if he can keep that up, that should really help his value. He's pretty much got a lock on the power forward spot in Detroit, and if you're looking for a big, he's also someone to consider. Those are some early waiver wire pickups to keep an eye on. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know your thoughts on who you think we should consider picking up in the comments below.